Hello students, so I'm back with a new topic. Today I'm going to start with Julius Caesar Act 1 Scene 2. Let's begin. Julius Caesar Act 1 Scene 2, a public place. Enter in procession with music, Caesar, Antonio, for the course Calpurnia, Decius, Cicero, Brutus, Cassius, and Casca. A great crowd following, among them a soothsayer. So students, basically the people who are present at the beginning of the scene, you should know that 1 mark का question इसमें पूछा जा सकता है that who all were present in the scene. So these are all the people who were present at the scene. This is an important scene. Why? Because here we'll see who are against Caesar. Why are they against Caesar? What is the basic reason behind their hatred towards Caesar? And what is the character of Caesar? Right? Caesar. Calpurnia. So Calpurnia is wife of Caesar. Basically, Calpurnia is a barren woman. Barren woman means she does not have a child. Feast of Luperca is a festival in which men run, and while running they use their thongs in order to touch the barren women, and as soon as they touch the barren women, it is believed, again it is a superstition, that they shed off their curse and as a result they are able to have child. Right, so यहाँ पे Calpurnia, since she is a barren woman, Caesar is asking Calpurnia to stand in the way of Mark Antony, as Mark Antony is one of the runners of the race. Right, so let's begin. Caesar, Calpurnia, Casca. Peace ho, Caesar speaks. So here we can see that Caesar has a lot of demand. People are respecting him. So Casca is just ordering all the people around, shut up now, be quiet. Why? Because Caesar is speaking. We can say that he's just treated like a demigod. Caesar, Calpurnia, here my lord, yes my lord. Caesar, stand you directly in Antonio's way. Just stand right in between Antonio's way when he passes, when he runs for the race. When he doth run his course. So when he is running his course का मतलब होता है जो एक race का जो path होता है. So when he is running on his course, just stand in between his path. Antonio, he is again calling. Antonius, Antonio. Caesar, my lord, yes, my lord. Caesar, forget not in your speed, Antonius, to touch Calpurnia. And when you are running, since you will be in your own thought, you will be running at a very fast pace. So just don't forget to touch Calpurnia. Superstitious belief, right? So we can say that Caesar is a superstitious man. For our elders say the barren, touched in this holy chase, shake off their sterile curse. See, barren means the women without a child. So it was again a superstitious belief, because it is often believed that a barren woman, if touched by the person who's running this reign, shakes off their curse. So he's just ordering Calpurnia to stand in between the path of Antonius. Antony, I shall remember when Caesar says, do this, it is performed. So Antony, he is just absolutely a very, very close friend of Caesar. And he says, if Caesar has said something, it will be 100%. I will perform it. It will be done. Caesar, set on, then begin. And leave no ceremony out. And do not leave any ceremony out. हाँ, जो भी rules हैं, जो भी rituals हैं, please वो follow कर लेना. Music. Soothsayer, Caesar! Again, there is a soothsayer. Who's a soothsayer? Soothsayer is a person who predicts future. So soothsayer is shouting, hey, Caesar! Among the crowd, there is a soothsayer and he's shouting, hey, Caesar! Caesar, huh? Who calls? So there are so many people. Caesar is not able to make out. Who's calling? Huh? Who's there? Who's calling my name? Casca, bid every noise be still. Peace, yet again. I order that every person should be still. Silence again. Just be silent. Music ceases. Music stops. Caesar, who is in the press? Press means mob. People. Who's in the group that calls on me? Who's calling me? I hear a tongue shriller than all the music. I can hear someone is calling me at a very high pitch, more than the sound of the music. Cry, Caesar. Speak. Caesar is turned to hear. So again we can say that Caesar is very authoritative. He's very arrogant and he's saying, now, who's calling me? Now tell me, what is your wish? What do you want to tell me? Caesar has turned to hear. Why has he turned? Because he was deaf in one ear. वो बहरा था एक कान से. तो वही वो कह रहा है, अब बताओ मैं टर्न हो गया हूँ, किसने मुझे बुलाया है, मैं टर्न हो गया हूँ, अब बताओ क्या बात है. Soothsayer, beware the Ides of March. Very important. Beware of Ides. Ides means 15th of March, mid of March. So beware of 15th of March. Caesar, what man is that? Who's that man? Brutus, a soothsayer bids you beware the Ides of March. So a soothsayer, he's just telling you to beware of Ides of March. Caesar, set him before me. Let me see his face. Bring him before me. I want to see his face. Who's that person? Cassius, fellow, come from the throng. Look upon Caesar. Fellow, come out of the crowd. Throng means crowd. Look at Caesar. Caesar, what sayest thou to me now? Speak once again. Now what do you want to say? Speak once again. Soothsayer, beware the Ides of March. Just beware of the Ides of March. Beware of 15th of March. 15th of March is not a lucky day for you. It's not lucky date for you. Just beware of Ides of March. Caesar, he's a dreamer. Let us believe him. So he is very arrogant. He is very proud. From here we can judge that Caesar is really, really proud. So he's saying, he's a dreamer. ऐसे ही बोल रहा है, फर्जी बोल रहा है. छोड़ो उसको, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Pass. Let's pass. So this is one of his biggest mistake, that he did not give heed to the advice of the soothsayer. Senate, exeunt all except Brutus and Cassius. So everyone leaves the place except Brutus and Cassius. Cassius, will you go to see the order of the course? Will you, order means arrangements, and course here means the running of the race course, right? So are you going to see all the arrangements which have been done? Brutus, not I. No, I'm not going. Cassius, I pray you, do. I request you, I think you should go. Brutus, I am not gamesome. Gamesome means I'm not interested in sports. I'm not that kind of a man. I do lack some part of that quick spirit that is in Antony. See, I don't have that quick spirit which is actually in Antony. I'm a kind of a relaxed kind of man. I am not very active as far as sports is concerned. Let me not hinder, Cassius, your desires. I will leave you. See, I do not want to come between your desires. मैं तुम्हारी बातों को काटना नहीं चाहता हूँ. I don't want to come between your desires. So I think I should leave you, Cassius. Cassius. See, Cassius, we can say he's very, very jealous. He is the main person who builds the entire conspiracy against Caesar. So he is here in order to instigate Brutus. वो Brutus को भड़काने के लिए वो वहाँ पे रुका हुआ है. So what is he saying? He's just trying to make out that whether Brutus is happy, the power which Caesar is enjoying at present or not. So what we'll see? Cassius. Brutus, I do observe you now of late. So he is actually just trying to make out. Brutus, as I have been observing you lately, मैंने जो तुम्हें इतना lately observe किया है, I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love as I want to have. See, earlier the love which you used to show, the love, the gentleness which you used to show, that is missing. पिछले कुछ दिनों में वो प्यार, वो affection जो generally तुम्हारी आंखों में दिखता था, वो miss हो रहा है. You bear too stubborn and too strange a hand over your friend that loves you. Strange hand means unfriendly. So यहाँ पे actually में metaphor use हुआ है. As if like a horse. जैसे horse होता है, उसको हम लोग rein से control करते हैं. तो वही वो बोल रहे हैं कि you have become too stiff in controlling and behaving with your friend. आजकल there is no friendly feelings which earlier we used to share. I cannot feel that friendly feelings. Brutus, Cassius, be not be deceived. Oh, Cassius, please don't mistake me. Don't misunderstand me. If I have veiled my looks, see, if I have changed my behavior, if I have hidden, veiled means hidden. I turn the trouble of my countenance. See, because I have just turned the trouble onto myself. मैंने अपनी प्रॉब्लम सिर्फ अपने तक रखी है. इस वजह से मेरा एटीट्यूड, मेरा बिहेवियर चेंज हो गया है. प्लीज़ उसे आप परेशान मत हो. Vexed I am. I have been troubled lately. मैं इधर बीच में बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान हूँ. Of late with passions of some difference. Because of some emotions, passions means emotions. Because of some passions, because of some emotions, मैं अंदर से बहुत परेशान हूँ. And this is the reason my outward appearance has also changed so much. Conceptions only proper to myself. See, mood, my conceptions means mood, so mood which are just purely to myself, मेरे वो personal है, and this is the reason I'm not able to share with anyone. वो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान हूँ, इस वजह से मेरा attitude सबके साथ थोड़ा सा इस बार change हो गया है. But let not therefore my good friends be grieved, among which number Cassius you be one. But I feel that you should not consider yourself or any of my good friends, तुम भी मेरे एक बहुत ही अच्छे दोस्त हो, neglected मत feel करो, please, I request you. It's just because of my inner passion, inner confusions, inner conflicts, जिसकी वजह से मेरा nature change हो गया है. Nor constitute any further my neglect than that poor Brutus with himself at war. And do not, constitute means interpret. Do not interpret anything else except thinking that poor Brutus, उस पर तरस खाओ Brutus पे कि हाय बेचारा वो खुद ही में वॉर में है, वो खुद ही अपने ही conflicts, अपने ही अंदर इतने ज़्यादा उसके अंदर problems चल रही हैं. So just have sympathy with me. Do not feel that I am actually neglecting you. Forget the show of love to other men. And this is the reason जो customary respect होती है, show of love होता है, वो मैं दूसरों को नहीं show कर पा रहा हूँ. I am very troubled. I am very vexed within myself. And basically हम ये कह सकते हैं probably because of his love for Rome as well as love for Caesar. He is in a dilemmatic situation. Brutus also does not like that Caesar is becoming so powerful and he wants to save Rome also. तो वो conflict में है कि वो Caesar का साथ दे क्योंकि वो इतना अच्छा friend है, या Rome का साथ दे क्योंकि वो उसकी country है. So he is in a very very dilemmatic situation. Cassius, then Brutus, I have much mistook your passion. Then Brutus, I'm really sorry that I have misunderstood your feelings. I'm so sorry. By means whereof this breast of mine hath budded thoughts of great value. Because of this, I have kept great feelings, great important thoughts within myself. Tell me, good Brutus, can you see your face? Tell me, Brutus, can you see your own face? क्या तुम्हें अपनी face दिखाई देता है? Brutus, no, Cassius. For the eye sees not itself, but the reflection. By some other things, of course, one cannot see his own face. हमें तो किसी चीज़ में अपना reflection दिखाई देता है. Eyes can only see the reflection, be it a mirror or be it any other person's face. I cannot see my own face. Cassius, it is just, that is absolutely right. And it is very much lamented, Brutus, it is really regretted that you have no such mirror as will turn your hidden worthiness into your eyes. And I'm so sorry. यहाँ पे कोई ऐसा मिरर नहीं है जो तुम्हें तुम्हारी वर्दीनेस तुम्हें अपनी निगाहों में बता सके. हाउ वर्दी यू आर. काश यहाँ पे कोई ऐसा मिरर होता जो तुम्हें तुम्हारी वर्थ बता सकती. That you might see your shadow, true picture of yourself, so that you are able to see how worthy you are, so that you are able to see your true picture. I have read where many of the best respect in Rome except immortal Caesar, speaking of Brutus. So now वो धीरे धीरे इंसाइट कर रहा है. पता है मैंने बहुत वर्दी पीपल को सुना है एक्सेप्ट सीजर. हाँ, सीजर कभी तुम्हारी तारीफ नहीं करता है, लेकिन हाँ मैंने बहुत वर्दी पीपल, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पीपल को सुना है. स्पीकिंग ऑफ ब्रूटस, दे ऑलवेज स्पीक गुड अबाउट ब्रूटस. एंड ग्रोनिंग अंडरनीथ दिस एज योग. अगेन एज योग पे मेटाफर है. यहाँ पे क्या बोल रहे हैं? टिरनी. यहाँ पे जो प्रॉब्लम्स जो रोम इस समय फेस कर रहा था ऑफ डिक्टेटरशिप काइंड ऑफ थिंग जो सीजर कर रहा था, तो यहाँ पे वही वो बोल रहा है इतने रिस्ट्रिक्शंस जो हैं वो लोग उसके बारे में बात करते हैं. हैव विश दैट नोबल ब्रूटस हैड आईज. काश नोबल ब्रूटस के पास आईज होती ताकि वो पीपल की प्रॉब्लम्स को देख सकता. देखो सीजर को छोड़ के जितने इंपॉर्टेंट पीपल है ना, दे आर एक्चुअली विशिंग कि काश ब्रूटस के पास ओरिजिनल आइज होती हैं. ओरिजिनल आइज मीन्स डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव होता है जिससे वो देख सकते कि रोमन पब्लिक इस समय कितनी ज़्यादा ट्रबल्ड कंडीशन में है, कितनी ज़्यादा रिस्ट्रिक्टेड कंडीशन में बिकॉज ऑफ सीजर. ब्रूटस, इनटू व्हाट डेंजर्स वुड यू लीड मी कैसियस? He understands that Brutus is taking him towards something dangerous. What is it? क्या मुझे dangerous suggest कर रहे हो Brutus? That you would have me seek into myself for that which is not in me, because you think there are some kind of qualities which I do not know and you want to tell me. ऐसी कौन सी मेरे अंदर क्वालिटी है जो मुझे खुद नहीं पता है और तुम मुझे दिखाने वाले हो? बताओ भाई. Cassius, therefore good Brutus, be prepared to hear. Okay, well Brutus, you want to know, then be prepared to hear. And since you know you cannot see myself, so will, as by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that of yourself which you yet know not of. As you know that you cannot see yourself, so I will be your reflection and I will try to tell you what your real worth is. And be not jealous on me. Jealous यहाँ पे suspicion के लिए, suspicious के लिए बोला गया है. Be not be suspicious of me, gentle Brutus. Were I a common laughter, or that used to stale with ordinary oaths, my love to every new protester If you know that I do fawn on men and hug them hard after scandal them. See, do not consider me dangerous, Brutus. I am not such kind of a man जो किसी को भी एक ordinary person है, किसी को भी पकड़ के हंसे, लोगों की बातों को खराब करे, simple oath से अपने love को खराब करे, हर छोटी छोटी बात में कस्में खाए. या I am not such kind of a man जिस हर चलते फिरते इंसान को हक करके अपना friend बोले और जाने के बाद उनके पीछे उनकी बुराई करे. Scandal means speak ill of someone. Or if you knew that I profess myself in bequeathing to all that rout, then hold me dangerous. See, if you feel that I am such kind of a man who exposes, who tells his thoughts, what is there in my mind, मैं सबको openly बताता हूँ, then you should think me as dangerous. Do not be suspicious. I am not such kind of a man जो छोटी छोटी बातें सबको जाके बताए, मेरे thoughts क्या चल रहे हैं वो बताए, या किसी भी चलते फिरते इंसान को अपना friend बोल ले और फिर उसके पीठ पीछे कुछ बोले. No, don't think that I am such kind of a man. Flourishes and shouts वहाँ पे आवाजें आने लगती हैं, तो ब्रूटस कहता है, what means this shouting? ये आवाजें कहाँ से आ रही हैं? Because Caesar and all the people have gone somewhere. ये लोग अकेले यहाँ पे खड़े हैं, तो ये आवाजें आ रही हैं, तो क्या ये आवाजें कैसे आ रही हैं शाउटिंग की? I do fear the people choose Caesar for their king. Oh my God, I'm really scared. कहीं people जो हैं वो Caesar को king ना बना दे. तो यहाँ से हमें पता चलता है कि Brutus is also not liking Caesar's growing powers. Cassius, hey, do you fear it? Oh, you say that you are scared of it. Then I must think you would not have it so. I think then you would definitely not want that Caesar should become king. Brutus, I would not Cassius, yet I love him well. See, frankly speaking, Cassius, I would never want that Caesar should become so powerful. Right? But wherefore do you hold me here so long? But why are you holding me here so long? मुझे इतनी देर से यहाँ पे क्यों रोक के रखे हो? What is it that you would impart to me? What is it that you would like to say to me? If it be aught towards the general good, set honor in one and then the other, and I will look on both indifferently, unmoved way. And I can assure you that my love for honor is far more than my fear for death. मैं honor prefer करूँगा. मुझे honor ज़्यादा पसंद है as compared to the fear of dying. मुझे डर से मरने से इतना डर नहीं लगता. Cassius, I know that virtue to be in you, Brutus. Yes, I know that quality. Virtue means quality in you, Brutus. As well as I do know your outward favor. I can understand. I know your outward face also. Well, honor is the subject of my story. Well, मैं कुछ honor पे ही बात करना चाहता हूँ. I cannot tell what you and other men think of this life. This life means the life which is under Caesar. Right? With so much of restriction. I do not know what you and other men think. I would prefer to die. I would prefer not to live. अगर मुझे जिंदा ही रहना in awe means fear of just one man, it's not acceptable to me. मैं एक इंसान की fear में, एक इंसान के अंदर डर में रह के मैं जीवन नहीं काट सकता हूँ. I was born free as Caesar. See, he is just comparing. जैसे Caesar free born हुआ था, मैं हुआ था. In fact, so were you. तुम भी वैसे ही free born हुए थे. We both have fed as well. And we both endure the winters cold as well as he. देखो क्या कमी है हम में. हम, तुम, सीजर, हम तीनों ऐसे ही बॉर्न फ्री हुए थे. इंडोर मीन्स टॉलरेट. जितना वो टॉलरेट कर सकता है विंटर्स, उतना मैं विंटर्स टॉलरेट करता हूँ. तो यहाँ पे सीजर की फिजिकल वीकनेस बताई गई. सो दिस स्पीच इज प्रीटी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? सो लेट्स सी. फॉर वंस अपॉन अ रॉ एंड घस्टी डे द ट्रबल टाइबर शैपिंग विद द शोर. सो टाइबर इज द रिवर, राइट? सो यहाँ पे क्या बता रहे हैं? फॉर वंस, एक बार की बात है. पता है क्या हुआ था? ऑन अ कोल्ड एंड विंडी डे, जब बहुत ठंड चल रही थी, बहुत हवा चल रही थी, एंड टाइबर वॉज ऑल्सो रेजिंग इन टू एंगर. बहुत ही फ्लड कंडीशन में थी. So the Tiber, the stormy Tiber was also fighting in its boundary. Caesar said to me, there is thou, Caesar, now leap in with me into this angry flood and swim to the yonder point. So Caesar asked me, why don't you jump into this and we will cross this river. जब एक बार river बहुत ज़्यादा floods में थी, बहुत ही तेज़ roar कर रही थी, तभी Caesar ने मुझसे बोला, हम लोग चलो jump करते हैं और उसको swim करके पार करते हैं. Swim to the yonder. Yonder means over there. उस point तक हम लोग चलते हैं. Upon the word, I caught it as I was plunged in. So I was fully rest. लेकिन जैसे ही उसने बोला, मैं बस उसी में कूद गया और मैं चलने लगा, swim करने लगा. And bade him follow, and I just or asked him, आप भी follow करो. So indeed he did. वो भी मुझे follow करते हैं. The torrent roared and we buffeted with lusty snews. See, the river was striking very hard, but we were also striking a blow with our swimming strokes. हम लोग भी strokes पे strokes लगा रहे थे. With lusty, lusty means strong and snews means muscles. So हम लोग भी अपने muscles के through river को पार कर रहे थे. Throwing it aside and stemming it with hearts of controversies and opposing it with resolute hearts, with determined heart. हम लोग सारा अपनी muscles लगा के जो river opposition दे रही थी उसको हम resolute heart से आगे बढ़ रहे थे. But or means before we could arrive the point proposed, Caesar cried, "Help! Cassius or I think." तो जो हम लोग ने decide किया था point before we could actually go to that place, उससे पहले ही Caesar चिल्लाने लगता है, "Help Cassius or I will sing. मैं डूब रहा हूँ." I as Aeneas, our great ancestor, dead from the flames of Troy upon his shoulder, the old Anchises bear, so from the waves of Tiber, did I, the tired Caesar. See, actually में एक reference यहाँ पे लिया गया है that Aeneas, who is their old ancestor, he carried his father Anchises on his shoulder and he saved him from the burning town of Troy. And in the similar manner, Cassius saved the life of Caesar by carrying him on his back from the river Tiber, right? जब वो sink कर रहा था, जब वो डूब रहा था. And this man is now become God. And earlier this man who was so weak, he could not even cross the river, and suddenly he has become God. Suddenly वो एक God बन गए हैं. And Cassius, a wretched creature, and must bend his body if Caesar carelessly but not on him. I must bend before Caesar because he has become so powerful. And Caesar very casually just slod, oh yes, मेरे आगे ये झुक गया. He'll casually nod on me. Okay. So he was not able to digest the fact that मुझसे weak, physically weak person कैसे हम लोग को supersede कर गया है. He had fever when he was in Spain, and when the fit was in him, I did mark how did he shake. Actually, में Caesar was afflicted with epilepsy. Epilepsy is a disease जिसमें fits आते हैं. So वही वो बता रहा है कि एक बार हम लोग स्पेन में थे तब भी उसको fits आए थे. He was in fever, and when he was in fit, I could see how weak he had become. He was shaking. It is true, this God did shake. हाँ, यही God जिसको हम लोग God consider करें, he was shaking. His covered lips did from their color fly. Color fly just like जैसे pale पड़ जाते हैं when you are weak, when you are like in fever. So he had become a coward. इसके lips सब बिल्कुल pale हो चुके थे. And that same eyes, whose bent doth awe the world, or means fear the world, did lose his lustre. See, जिस आंखों से पूरी दुनिया डरती है उस आंखों का कलर तक चला गया था. वो इतना weak हो गया था. And this weak person is trying to dominate all of us. All the people who are far more superior than him, हर तरह से हम लोग उससे better हैं. हम लोग उसके अंडर में वर्क कर रहे हैं. I did hear him groan. I could hear his painful voice. Groan का मतलब cry in pain. I could hear how he was crying in pain. And that tongue of his that bade the Romans mark him and write his speeches in their book, alas, it cried, "Give me some drink, Titanius," as a sick girl. See, it again shows that how Caesar wanted to grab attention. He like whenever he used to speak, he ordered the people to write down, to mark his words, to write his words, right, to note down his speech. So वही वो बोल रहा है, जिस आवाज से वो लोगों को ऑर्डर देता है कि मेरी स्पीच को नोट करो, वो ये आवाज इतनी वीक, इतनी मीक थी, पानी मांग रहा था, just like a sick girl. Oh, please give me some water. Yea, God, it doth amaze me. A man of such feeble temper should get the start of the majestic world. And actually, I am really amazed. I am really shocked that man of such a feeble nature, such a weak nature, should rise above all other people, all other men of this great world, and bear the palm alone, and bear and carry the victory prize alone. How can he become the ruler of entire Rome? How can he control? He is such physically weak man. How can he become such a powerful man that we such strong people should be slaved under him? Brutus. Another general shout. Oh my God, another shout from the people. I do believe that these applauses are for some new honors that are heaped on Caesar. I believe कहीं ये applauses Caesar को कोई new honor तो नहीं दे दिया गया है, कहीं कुछ Caesar को और तो कुछ नहीं दे दिया गया है जिसकी वजह से उसको इतनी shouts और उसके लिए इतनी applauses हो रही हैं. Cassius. Why man? He that bestride the narrow world like a colossus. See, he stands on a narrow world like a colossus. Colossus is a very, very big statue जिसमें वो ऐसे करके पैर separate करके खड़ा हुआ है and all the ships pass through it, right? And we pretty men walk under his huge legs. So हम लोग, we are just walking under his huge legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonorable graves. And we are looking nothing except dishonorable deaths. हमें अब सिर्फ dishonorable deaths नसीब है. We do not deserve anything else. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars but in ourselves, that we are underlying. See, it's not our fate. गलती हमारी किस्मत में नहीं है, हमारे अंदर है जो हम उसके subordinates हो गए हैं. Underlying means that we are under him. We have become subordinates of Caesar. Brutus and Caesar what should be in that Caesar? Why should that name be sounded more than yours? See, now he's comparing, he's inciting. ये बताओ, Brutus और Caesar, कोई difference है? क्यों उसका नाम ज्यादा लिया जा रहा है than your name? Why is he being applauded? There is no difference between the name Brutus and Caesar. Write them together. Yours is as fair a name. दोनों को साथ में लिखो, तुम्हारा भी उतना ही अच्छा नाम है जितना Caesar का है. So why he should be given preference? Write them together. Yours is as fair a name. Sound them. That become the mouth as well. Pronounce both the names. तुम Brutus भी बोलो, Caesar भी बोलो, दोनों ही उतने charming names लगते हैं. Weigh them. It is as heavy. Weigh them. Your name is also as heavy as Brutus' name. Conjure with them. Brutus will start to spirit as soon as Caesar. See again, use them as charms. अगर तुम उसका जाप करो तो जितने जल्दी Caesar के जाप से कोई spirit conjure हो सकता है, कोई spirit आ सकता है, उतना ही I think effective is your name. There is no difference between Caesar and Brutus. Now, in the names of all the gods at once, upon what meat that this our Caesar feed that he is grown so great. I do meat here refers to food. हम लोग कहते नहीं हिंदी में कौन से चक्की का आटा खाता है, तो पता नहीं कौन सा वो मीट खाता है, कौन सा ऐसा फूड खाता है जिसकी वजह से सीजर इतना ज्यादा पावरफुल हो गया है. Age thou art slammed. This generation, age here refers to this generation. Thou art slammed. So here it is a shame to our Roman generation. जो अभी की Roman generation है हमारे लिए shame है, because it has actually lost all the noble souls. कोई noble souls बचे ही नहीं है. Rome, thou hast lost the breed of noble bloods. Went there an age since the great flood, but it was fammed with more than one. So he is saying that there was not a single age from the time of the great floods. एक man had become so powerful that he was ruling the world. When could they say till now that talked of Rome, that her wide walls encompassed but one man? There was never a person who could say that Rome was famous because of just one single man. Now, it is Rome indeed, and room enough. Pan hai Rome pe. When there is in it but only one man. So, in Rome, there is only room for just one man. There is no space for any other man in Rome today. The present condition is this. Oh, you and I have heard our fathers say there was a Brutus once that would have brooked the eternal devil to keep his state in Rome as easily as a king. So यहाँ पे Junius Brutus, जो Brutus के ancestor हैं, उनको refer कर रहा है. That there was a Brutus. So यहाँ पे उस Brutus को बोला जा रहा है जो Brutus के ही, जो present Brutus है, उसके ancestor थे Junius Brutus. मैंने अपने parents से, अपने ancestors से सुना that there was a Brutus once who would no more have endured seeing a devil running the state than he would be a king. मतलब I do not understand, तुम्हारे जो ancestors थे वो इतने strong character, इतने powerful थे कि वो लोग fight करते थे. ये just inciting. पता नहीं तुम कैसे हो, तुम कैसे ये सब झेल रहे हो. Brutus, that you do love me, I am nothing jealous. I have no, jealous means doubt. I have no doubt that you do love me. But what you would work me to, I have some aim. But what you are actually leading me to, I have really doubt. How I have thought of this and of these times, I shall recount hereafter. What I'm thinking about the present situation, I will not tell you right now. I will tell you some other time afterwards. For this present, I would not. So with love, I might entreat you. In the meantime, I do not wish that you should persuade me, convince me any long. अब मुझे और ज़्यादा convince मत करो. अभी मैं इस बारे में कोई बात नहीं करना चाहता हूँ. But be any further moved. I am not in a mood to be convinced any further. What you have said, I will consider. लेकिन जो भी तुमने बोला है मैं उसके बारे में सोचूंगा. I will consider. What you have to say, I will with patience hear. फ्यूचर में क्या बोलोगे मैं उसको किसी दिन टाइम निकाल के तुमसे मिलता हूँ और फिर पेशेंटली मैं तुम्हारी सारी बातें सुनता हूँ. And find a time both meet to hear and answer such things. I'll try to find out. Meet means appropriate time which is suitable to both of us. फिर हम लोग मिलते हैं और फिर हम बात करेंगे. Till then, my noble friend, chew upon this. Chew matlab think about this, reflect upon this. Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute himself son of Rome under these hard conditions, as this time is likely to lay upon us. Till then, my noble friend, just think about this, that Brutus would rather prefer to be a villager than call himself the son of Rome in such conditions in which we are living. Actually, में जो citizens होते थे वो यहाँ पे बोल रहे हैं कि मैं अपने आप को citizen तभी मानूंगा अगर मेरे ऊपर इतने restrictions नहीं है, वरना तो I would rather prefer to call myself a villager. Yes, I am glad that my weak words have struck but thus much show of fire from Brutus. I am really happy जो मेरे weak words हैं, insufficient words हैं, कुछ तो spark of fire Brutus में लाए हैं. Brutus, the games are done and Caesar is returning. वो बोल ही रहा है लेकिन Brutus बात काट के कहता है कि देखो games हो गए, सब लोग वापस आ रहे हैं. Cassius, as they pass by, pluck Casca by the sleeve. जब वो लोग पास करेंगे ना तो कैस्का को उठा लेना. कैस्का is again one of the conspirators जो later conspiracy में join करता है. And he will, by his sour fashion, tell you what hath proceeded worthy note today. See, Casca was a very rude by his tongue. So वही वो कह रहे हैं कि एक काम करो तुम कैस्का को बुला लेना, कैस्का को स्लीव से पुल कर लेना. Although he is pretty rude in his sour taste, अपने sour manner में वो सब कुछ बता देगा वहाँ पे क्या क्या हुआ है. Re-enter Caesar and his train. इसी मोमेंट पे Caesar और उसके followers सब आते हैं. Brutus, I will do so, but look you, Cassius, the angry spot doth glow on Caesar's brow. एक second, देखो, there is a kind of anger on Caesar's face. Can you see that red flush of anger? And all the rest look like a chidden train. Chidden train means scolded people who are following him. जो पीछे आ रहे हैं वो सब ऐसे लग रहे हैं जैसे बच्चों को डांट के हड़का के रखा जाता है. देखो सब लोग, सबका शक्ल पता नहीं क्यों उतरी हुई है. Calpurnia's cheek is pale, even Calpurnia's cheek is pale. And Cicero looks with such ferret and such fury eyes as we have seen him in the Capitol being crossed in conference by some senators. और Cicero की आंखें देखो कैसी हो रही हैं, जैसे कभी कोई सेनेटर उनको क्रॉस क्वेश्चंस कर देता है तो गुस्से में जो लाल हो जाते हैं, Cicero की आंखें तो वैसी लग रही हैं. Cassius, Casca will tell us what the matter is. पता नहीं यार क्या बात है. Casca को रुको, he shall tell us what the matter is. Caesar, Antonius, Antonio, Caesar. Let me have men about me that are fat. See, Caesar never liked Cassius. एक अलग से इंट्यूशन था उसके अंदर जो उसको बिल्कुल नहीं पसंद आ रहा था Cassius को लेके. And he was right at this point, right? Let me have men about me that are fat. See, he has a good judgment of character and shrewd भी कह सकते हैं हम Caesar को. So he's saying that I want जो भी मेरे आसपास लोग रहे ना वो थोड़े से fat रहें, थोड़े से healthy रहें. Sleek-headed man and such as sleep of nights. Yon Cassius has a lean and hungry look. यहाँ पे Caesar कह रहा है कि I want that I should be surrounded by fat men. मुझे fat men surround करें जिनके smooth hair हों and जो लोग sleep रात में अच्छे से ले सकें, जो रात में अच्छे से सोते हैं वही लोग मुझे surround करें. Yon Cassius, वो जो Cassius है ना, has a lean and hungry look. See, lean means very thin and he is very thin and he always has some kind of hungry look. मुझे उसकी निगाहें नहीं पसंद है, मुझे वो बंदा नहीं अच्छा लगता है. He thinks too much and such men are dangerous. वो कुछ ज़्यादा ही सोचता है, उसकी शक्ल से पता चलता है और ऐसे लोग ना बहुत dangerous होते हैं. Antonio, fear him not, Cassius. He is not dangerous. Antonio did not have a very good judgment about other people's character. No, sir, don't fear him. He is not dangerous at all. He is a noble Roman and well given. Oh, he has a very good regards towards you. Well given means very good regards towards you and he is a good respected Roman. Caesar. Would he were rather fat. I really wish that he was fatter. फिर भी मैं विश करता हूँ काश ये थोड़ा मोटा होता. But I fear him not. वैसे I don't fear him. I am not scared of him. But फिर भी मैं विश करता हूँ ये थोड़ा मोटा होता. So again, arrogance भी कह सकते हैं. Yet, if my name were liable to fear, I do not know the man I should fear, I should avoid so soon as that spares Cassius. So he is saying that I do not know any man एक्सेप्ट कैसियस जिससे मुझे लगता है कि मुझे इस पर्सन को अवॉइड करना चाहिए. मैं डरता नहीं हूँ लेकिन फिर भी मेरा मन होता है कि मैं इस पर्सन को अवॉइड करूँ. आई डू नॉट लाइक दिस मैन. ही रीड्स मच. ही इज़ अ ग्रेट ऑब्जर्वर. सी, ही रीड्स अ लॉट. ही ऑब्जर्व्स एवरीथिंग. हर बंदे को बहुत ही अच्छे से घूरता है, बहुत अच्छे से ऑब्जर्व करता है. एंड ही लुक्स क्वाइट थ्रू द डीड्स ऑफ मैन. ही कैन रीड द कैरेक्टर ऑफ मैन क्वाइट ईजिली. ही लव्स नो प्लेज. As thou dost, Antony, he hears no music. And do you understand, Antony? He does not like any play. He does not hear to any music. Seldom he smiles. हंसता कभी है ही नहीं. And smiles in such a sort as if he mocked himself. और अगर हंसता भी है तो इतनी गंदे वे में हंसता है as if he is just making fun of himself. उसको कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. बहुत ही अजीब इंसान है. And scorned his spirit that could have moved to smile at anything. और as if जब वो हंसता है तो ऐसा लगता है जैसे वो अपनी ही स्पिरिट को स्कॉन कर रहा है, रिब्यूक कर रहा है कि अरे तुम कैसे हंस सकते हो. Such men as he be never at heart ease. See, these people are never satisfied at heart. These people are never calm. कभी satisfied रहते ही नहीं हैं ये लोग. While they behold a greater than themselves. See, these people कभी भी satisfied नहीं रहते हैं. When they see someone better than themselves. ये लोग कभी भी दिल पे इनको शांति नहीं रहती. And he is right, right? And therefore are they very dangerous. And this is the reason I consider such people very dangerous. I rather tell thee what is to be feared than what I fear. For I am Caesar. I am not feared of him. I am not scared of him. मुझे नहीं डर लगता है, बट मैं तुम्हें ये बता रहा हूँ कि किस तरह के लोगों से लोगों को सतर्क रहना चाहिए. People should be scared of such kind of people. Although I am Caesar, मुझे किसी से डर नहीं लगता है. Come on my right hand, for this ear is deaf, and tell me truly what you thinkst of him. सो अगेन ही इज जस्ट डिस्क्लोजिंग वन ऑफ हिज वीकनेसेस. मेरा ये है ईयर जो है वो डेफ है. मेरे राइट हैंड साइड पे आओ और मुझे बोलो तुम क्या बोल रहे हो. Senate exwent Caesar in all history and except Casca. So now everyone has passed except Casca. इन लोग ने Casca को खींच लिया है. Casca, you pull me by the cloak. Would you speak with me? क्या है भाई, क्यों खींच रहे हो? बात करना है क्या मुझसे? Brutus. ए Casca, tell us what hath chanced today that Caesar looks so sad. So बताओ यार ऐसी क्या बात हो गई जो सीजर का फेस इतना उतरा हुआ है, वो इतना दुखी क्यों लग रहा है? Casca, why? You were with him, were you not? Were you not there in the crowd? तुम नहीं थे क्या उनके साथ? Brutus, I should not then ask Casca what has changed. अगर मैं होता तो मैं तुमसे क्यों पूछता Casca वहाँ पे क्या हुआ है? Casca, why? There was a crown offered him, and being offered him, he put it by with the back of his hands, thus, and the people fell a shouting. See, yes, वहाँ पे उसको एक क्राउन ऑफर किया गया था. वो बैक ऑफ हिज हैंड से बार बार उस क्राउन को मना करता है, नहीं नहीं मुझे नहीं चाहिए, मुझे नहीं चाहिए. एंड पीपल स्टार्टेड शाउटिंग. पीपल began to shout at his gesture. Brutus, what was the second noise for? अच्छा, एक बार तो ये हो गया, दूसरी बार क्यों लोग शाउट कर रहे थे? Casca, why for that too? उसी रीजन की वजह से. Cassius, they shouted thrice. What was the last cry for? तो Cassius कहते हैं 3 बार उन्होंने शाउट किया था. आखिरी बार क्यों शाउट किया था? Casca, why for that too? उसी वजह से 3 बार उसको क्राउन ऑफर किया गया. मतलब Brutus, was the crown offered him thrice? मतलब 3 बार उसको क्राउन ऑफर किया गया है. Casca, hey Mary, was it? Yes, yes, truly it was. And he put it by thrice, and 3 times did he refuse. 3 बार उसको क्राउन ऑफर किया गया और तीनों बार उसने रिफ्यूज किया. Every time gentler than the other. See, he wanted to have that crown. लेकिन लोगों ने जब उसने पहली बार रिफ्यूज किया, लोगों ने उसको अपलॉड किया, तो उसको मजबूरी में वापस करना पड़ा. बट हर बार उसका जो फोर्स था वापस करने का वो कम होता गया. And at every putting by mine on his neighbors shouted. And each time he pushed it away, the neighbors means the common people, they shouted. Cassius, who offered him the crown? तो किसने crown offer किया था? Why Antony? Who else? Antony. Brutus, tell us the manner of it, gentle Casca. बताओ ना किस तरह से किया गया था, क्या हुआ था gentle Casca? Casca, I can as well be hanged as tell the manner of it. See, it's very difficult to tell you the manner of it. I would rather prefer to be hanged. वो बताना possible नहीं है. It was mere foolery. It was all nonsense. I did not mark it. मैंने hardly notice किया. इतना nonsense था, मैंने बहुत ध्यान भी नहीं दिया. I saw Mark Antony offer him a crown, yet it was not a crown either. मैंने 3 बार देखा कि Mark Antony उसको crown offer कर रहे हैं. वो crown नहीं था कहने के लिए. It was one of these coronets. Coronet जो पतले वाले crown types होते हैं उसको बोलते हैं. तो वो crown नहीं था बड़ा वाला जो kings पहनते हैं, वो नहीं था, छोटा सा coronet type था. And as I told you, he put it by once. उसने तीनों बार उसको refuse किया. But for all that, to my thinking, he would fain have had it. Fain means liked. But as far as I'm concerned, मुझे ऐसा फील होता है कि he would have definitely wished to keep that crown. वो कभी वापस नहीं करना चाहता. Then he offered it to him again, and then he put it by again. But to my thinking, he was very loath to lay his finger off it. Loath मतलब filled with hatred. सच बताऊं, उसको 2 बार फिर उसने मना किया, फिर उसने मना किया. But I feel as if he was not willing to remove his finger from the crown. उसका तो बड़ा बस मन था कि मैं किसी तरह से crown ले लूं, लेकिन मजबूरी में under the pressure of the people, the way they were responding कि उसने मना किया, सब clap करे, इस वजह से उसकी मजबूरी थी कि उसको crown मना करना पड़ा. And then he offered it the 3rd time. He put it the 3rd time by. And still as he refused, the rabble means crowd, mob, shouted and clapped their chapped hands and threw up their sweaty nightcaps. So when he actually refused the crown 3 times, जो common people थे, they started clapping, they started rejoicing, cap उतार के वो लोग सब फेंकने लगे. And uttered such a deal of stinking breath because of Caesar refused the crown that it almost choked Caesar. See, they started clapping, shouting, and because of that, क्योंकि जो common people है, they are working class people, so they have a lot of sweat, so their sweat is quite stinky. तो यहाँ पे भाई वो बोल रहे हैं कि भाई वो ये लोग sophisticated people हमेशा perfume good smell के बीच में रहते हैं. तो Caesar actually choked after smelling the bad stinky smell of the common people. For he swooned means fainted, और वो बेहोश हो जाता है. And fell down at it. So जब वो रिफ्यूज़ करता है, लोग जो हैं वो ताली बजाते हैं, क्लैप करते हैं, अपनी कैप्स उठाते हैं, उछालते हैं. They are shouting, and because of all that, उनके मुंह से बदबू आती है, और उस बदबू की वजह से Caesar बेहोश हो जाता है. And fell down at it. And for my own part, I durst not laugh for fear of opening my lips and receiving the bad air. मेरा तो हंसने का मन हो रहा था, मारे डर के मैं हंसा भी नहीं. क्यों? क्योंकि मुझे डर लग रहा था अगर मैं हंसूंगा तो कहीं मेरे अंदर भी वो बैड एयर, वो बैड ब्रेथ ऑफ पीपल ना पहुंच जाए. Cassius, but soft, I pray you. What? Did Caesar swoon? So he becomes really excited. What did you say? Did he actually swoon means fainted? क्या वो सच में faint किया था? Casca, he fell down in the marketplace and foamed at mouth and was speechless. Yes, he fell down at the marketplace. उसके मुंह से झाग भी निकल रहा था and he was speechless. Again, he had the attack of epilepsy, जो fits उसको आते थे. Brutus, it is very like he had the falling sickness. Falling sickness here refers to epilepsy. Yes, it is very common. It is quite possible ऐसा हो सकता है because उसको already epilepsy है. Cassius, no, Caesar hath it not, but you and I. See, बहुत important है. It's not Caesar who has epilepsy. It's we who have epilepsy. हमारे अंदर ये falling sick. This is the reason why we have chosen to stay within Caesar. हमारे अंदर falling sickness है. Casca, I know not what you meant by that, but I am sure Caesar fell down. I do not know तुम्हारा उससे क्या मतलब है, but ये बात for sure है कि Caesar गिरा था, बेहोश हुआ था. If the rack people did not clap him and hiss him according as he pleased and displeased them, as they used to do the prayers in the theater, I am no true man. अगर मैं कुछ भी झूठ बोल रहा हूँ, that means अगर ragged people उसके लिए applaud नहीं किया, hiss नहीं किया, just the way he was pleasing them and displeasing by refusing the crown, then as actors do on the stage, then I am not speaking the truth. मैं सच बोल रहा हूँ, बिल्कुल सच बोल रहा हूँ. Brutus. What said he when he came to himself? तो जब वो होश में आया तब सीजर ने कुछ कहा. Did he say anything? Casca, marry. Before he fell down, when he perceived the common herd was glad, he refused the crown. He plugged me up his doublet and offered them his throat to cut. See, yes, before falling down, when he saw that the people were really happy when he was refusing the crown, he pulled open his doublet. Doublet means jacket. He invited all the people to come and cut the throat. And I had been a man of any occupation, if I would not have taken him at a word, I might go to hell among the rogues. So he fell. See again, मैं अगर उस actually मैं किसी occupation में होता ना, I would have taken his words and I would have done the deed. Anyways, so he fell. ये कहते वो गिर गया. And when he came to himself again, he said, if he had done or said anything amiss, he desired their worships to think it was his infirmity. So again, जब वो बेहोशी से आता है तो वो कहता है कि अगर उसने कुछ गलत बोल दिया है, out of place बोल दिया है, वो लोगों से pray करता है that they should understand it was just his weakness. Because of that, उसने ये सब बोला. 3 or 4 benches where I stood cried, Allah's good soul, and forgave him with all their hearts. कुछ women, benches means women, कुछ women जो वहाँ पे 3-4 women खड़ी थी, उन्होंने सब चिल्ला के कह रहे ओ poor creature, बेचारा, Allah's poor soul, और उन्होंने बिल्कुल बिना कुछ बोले, बिना कुछ सोचे उसको माफ़ कर दिया. But there's no need to be taken of them. If Caesar had stabbed their mothers, they would have done no less. See, there is no need to pay attention to them because those people are so fickle minded, they are so mean people कि Caesar इस समय Caesar पार में है तो वो लोग उसके साइड में है. अगर Caesar ने उनकी mothers को भी stab किया होता तो वो लोग ऐसे ही react करते. Why? Because those people do not have brain of their own. Brutus. And after that he came the sad way, और इसी वजह से वो इतना sad way में गया था. Yes. Cassius, did Cicero say anything? क्या Cicero ने कुछ बोला? Casca, he spoke Greek. I don't know what was he speaking. I didn't understand what was he speaking. Cassius, to what effect? What was it about? किस बारे में बात कर रहा था? अच्छा, Casca, nay, and tell you that I will never look you in the face again. See, अगर मैं कुछ भी बोलूँगा तो I will be telling a lie. The fact is I did not understand anything. वो जो भी बोल रहा था मुझे कुछ भी नहीं समझ में आ रहा था. मैं कुछ भी अपने मन से बोल दूँगा तो I shall not be able to see your face again. But those that understood him smiled at one another and shook their heads. लेकिन जो लोग समझ रहे थे वो लोग एक दूसरे को देख रहे थे. They were smiling, they were shaking their heads. But for my own part, it was Greek to me. As far as I am concerned, मुझे कुछ भी नहीं समझ में. मेरे लिए तो एक new language, Greek जैसी language थी. I could tell you more news too. Marullus and Flavius, for pulling scarf of Caesar's images, are put to silence. Put to silence means removed from the post. Remember in Act 1, Scene 1, these are the tribunes who were asking people not to gather. They were removing of the decorations from Caesar's statue. So those people have been removed from their post. Fare you well, there was more foolery yet, if I could remember it. Yes, now goodbye. बहुत सारी foolery हुई थी. I wish I could remember that. बहुत सारी बेवकूफ़ी हुई थी. Cassius, will you dine with me tonight, Casca? आज मेरे साथ dinner करोगे? No, I am promised forth. नहीं, मुझे already कहीं काम है. I have promised to go out today. Cassius, will you dine with me tomorrow? कल आओगे dinner करने के लिए? Casca, if I be alive and your mind hold and your dinner is worth eating. Again, a very rude kind of a man, right? बहुत ही मुंह पे straightforward है. Yes, if I'll be alive and if you still have the invitation for me, अगर मेरे बुलाओगे और most important अगर तुम्हारा dinner worth eating होगा. Cassius, good, I will expect you. Okay, ठीक है, फिर हम डिनर पे मिलते हैं. Casca, do so, farewell both. Okay, चलो, bye bye, मिलेंगे. Exit, चला जाता है. Brutus, what a blunt fellow this grown to be. ये बंदा कितना blunt हो गया, कितना rude हो गया है. He was quite mental when he went to school. He was a good kind of a man. He has become very, very dull, very rude, but he was not such kind of a man when he was in school. Cassius, so is he now? In execution of any bold or noble enterprises, however, he puts on the sturdy form. He is still that kind of a man. He just puts on the appearance of laziness. It's not that, This rudeness is a sauce to his good wit. Actually, he puts on this rudeness to cover his intelligence, which gives men stomach to digest his words with better appetite. It enables, ये जो उसकी rudeness है ना, it enables men to digest whatever he speaks with more appreciation. Brutus, and so it is. For this time I will leave you. हाँ, ये बात तो सही है. चलो अभी मैं तुम्हें छोड़ के जाता हूँ. Tomorrow, if you please to speak with me, I will come home to you. Tomorrow I think we should meet. कल अगर तुम, I can come to your house. Or if you will, come home to me and I will wait for you. In fact, तुम मेरे घर आ जाओ ना, I shall wait for you. Cassius, I will do so. Till then, think of the world. Till then, think about your duties towards the world. Bye bye. Exit Brutus. Cassius, ये तो लास्ट स्पीच है कैसियस की. देखो बेटा, ये स्पीच जो है ये सोलिलिकी है. बेसिकली सोलिलिकीज आर दो स्पीचेस इन विच यू आर डायरेक्टली स्पीकिंग टू द ऑडियंस ओनली. ये प्ले होते थे, तो प्ले स्टेज पे होते थे. तो व्हेन द कैरेक्टर इज स्पीकिंग डायरेक्टली टू द ऑडियंस, जो अपने दिमाग की बात सोच रहा है, वो क्या बोल रहा है, ये वो स्पीच है. सो उसको सोलिलिकी बोलते हैं. Well, Brutus, thou art noble. Well, Brutus, you are really a noble man. Yet I see thy honorable metal may be wrought. But still I can see that your honorable nature may be bent from your natural direction. From that it is disposed. Therefore it is meet that noble minds keep ever with their likes. So this is the reason why noble people should always stay with noble people. So वो जानता है कि वो बहुत गंदा इंसान है, अब वो ब्रूटस को यूज करेगा अपने मीन सेल्फिश पर्पस के लिए. बिकॉज एक्चुअली में था क्या, कैसियस उतना रेप्यूटेड नहीं था जितना ब्रूटस था. तो इन ऑर्डर टू किल सीजर, उसको किसी बहुत ही रेप्यूटेड पर्सन को अपने पार्टी में करना था ताकि लोग उसकी बातों से कन्विंस हो सकें. सो यहाँ पे वो जानता है कि ब्रूटस इज अ वेरी नोबल मैन, बट नाउ इन ऑर्डर टू फुलफिल हिज ओन डिजायर्स ही नीड टू कन्वर्ट ब्रूटस. उसको ब्रूटस के माइंड को चेंज करना पड़ेगा. Therefore it is meet that noble minds keep ever with their like. So it is always right that noble people should live with noble people only. हम लोग कहते नहीं, मम्मी लोग कहती हैं अच्छे बच्चों के साथ रहो. क्यों? क्योंकि अच्छे बच्चों के साथ आपका दिमाग वैसा रहेगा. गंदे के साथ रहोगे आपका दिमाग गंदा हो जाएगा. So who so firm that cannot be seduced? There is no such man who so determined who cannot be molded. जिसका माइंड चेंज ना किया. ऐसा कोई इंसान नहीं है जिसका माइंड आप डाइवर्ट नहीं कर सकते, आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते. Caesar, that bear me hard. See, Caesar is very unfriendly towards me. He bear me hard means he does not have good feelings towards me. But he loves Brutus. लेकिन he trusts Brutus a lot. If I were Brutus now and he were Cassius, he should not humor me. अगर मेरी जगह ब्रूटस होता और ब्रूटस की जगह मैं होता तो शायद वो मुझे इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं कर पाता. I will this night in several hands in at his windows throw as if they came from several citizens. So he is planning to convince Brutus under any circumstances that Roman people are really, really unhappy that Caesar has become their ruler. राइट. तो वो क्या प्लान कर रहा है कि वो डिफरेंट हैंड राइटिंग में लिखेगा फ्रॉम रोमन पब्लिक कि हमें बचा लो, हमें अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है सीजर के अंडर में, और वो सारे लेटर्स ब्रूटस के घर के अंदर उसकी खिड़की से फेंकेगा. As if they were from several citizens, as if these letters were from various citizens, writing all tending to the great opinion that Rome held of his name. People are expecting कि ब्रूटस के ancestors ने रोम के लिए बहुत कुछ किया है, तो this Brutus shall also do a lot for Rome, and this is the reason why they are approaching Brutus. Wherein obscurely Caesar's ambition shall be advanced. And Caesar's ambition, I will try to hint in the letters about Caesar's ambition. मैं लेटर में Caesar के ambition के बारे में mention करूँगा ताकि ब्रूटस के दिमाग में ये चीज़ जाए that normal people are not happy with Caesar. And after this, let Caesar seat him sure, for we will shake him, or worse days endure. And after that, let Caesar be sure that his position is safe. सीजर को ये बहुत ज़्यादा देखना पड़ेगा कि उसकी पोजीशन सेफ है, because we will definitely shake him. We will shake his position because we do not want to endure, we do not want to tolerate the worst which is going to come. If Caesar shall remain the king, we will have worse of days. So I do not want that. So in order not to tolerate those things, I will try to convince Brutus under any circumstances to join our conspiracy. Hope you people have understood this scene. If you have any doubts, please do ask me in the comment section. I'll try to answer all the doubts as soon as possible. And please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye.